All right, this is Brevin with Dungeon Crawlers Radio, and we are here with Matt and Anton of
Wreckage, Hyacinth Games, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about Wreckage.
Well, Wreckage is set in a post-collapse future. It's a couple hundred years in the future. It's after a large pollution event, large population of the planet left in an exodus for space, and now everyone else was left with the bag, and the resurgence is happening now, and they're taking another stab at civilization. It's community-based, it's an RPG and skirmish tabletop game.
Yeah. Okay. Why did you go with the community-based idea?
Well, in the setting that we want to go for, everything is like, well, you're more focused on leveling up like your community than your actual characters, and that's the only way that people can really survive and band together in the awful conditions that we've thrown them in. So without that, if everyone wasn't schooling together like fish, they would just be dying on their own, just like wandering wasteland basically. So yeah, that's why there's a community effort to it, and the factions really like slide nicely into that because we like to have very faction-oriented play. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So what sets this game apart besides the community aspect?
Get him on this one.
Well, I mean, a big part of it is that the rules are seamless between the RPG and the tabletop content. So if you learn one, you know the other. So there's not going to be a learning curve. I think the community element, I mean, even though you asked, what else, but really that's a big part of it too, because you're not just building your individual characters, you're going to actually build your community, and the characters come from that. The characters are kind of like, the community is kind of like how you make your save point in like a video game, and you'll take your characters, send them out into the world. They're probably going to die if you make bad decisions, if you're not a very good player. I mean, whatever, it happens to the best of us. And at that point, you're going to be able to just send another crew out, restart, and have similar skills, similar knowledge, things like that. The character development is very easy. And I think the world is very well rounded out. There's a lot. I mean, we're not just going for like elves in space or like zombie apocalypse. I think there's a lot more depth to the game. So I think we're really proud of the background as well.
Everybody wants zombies. You always bring up zombies. Everybody wants zombies.
Yeah.
We're doing Creative Commons with it, which is fun as well. So when everyone's like, "Hey, man, do zombies in your game," which is everyone. We just tell them that it's Creative Commons, so download the quick start rules, look at that, how to make resource units for that, and make zombies in Wreckage at home.
So it's pretty open source, so you can do zombies, aliens attack, werewolves, vampires, whatever then.
Yeah.
A vampire romance.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to do that, yeah. He's going to write some fanfic about it.
We've got some non-combat stuff too, where
there is a lot of non-combat elements to the rules as well. There's a lot of bartering and negotiations, a lot of scavenging, as you can imagine in a post-apocalypse world. So.
Which is where the vampire romance can play in when you want to jump in on that with Creative Commons. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So now, because it is a post-apocalyptic world, are there different races, or is it just all humans?
It's all humans. There are bioengineered humans, and there are going to be cyborgs down the road and things like that. But in general, it's all humans of some form. There are beasts as well, but they're not. It's not highly mutated. It's going to be humans of different flavors, and that's really what our factions are trying. I mean, we've tried to write the factions so that they're more dynamic than just, these are lizard men and these are something else, and like that those distinctions are really obvious. I think our distinctions are a little more subtle, and you have to like really read into the background a little bit to find out what the different people are about and how they've built their communities differently. So.
Nice. Now, where can our listeners find this?
For sale, we have 4 distributors now, 5 distributors.
If you're looking
for
distributors. I mean, if you're a store, probably the ones that pushes most is be eFigures or Warpath. But at rec-age.net, you can purchase our stuff. And, I mean, there's a number of other web stores that sell our products as well.
The War Store as well.
Yeah, War Store here. Thanks, guys. They've been really, really accommodating for us, so we appreciate that.
So how quick is it for a brand new player to jump into this game?
15 minutes.
Really?
You can learn the core rules in about 15 minutes, yeah.
That's all it takes.
I can run you. If you want, I'll run you through a demo and I'll show you. It would take you 15 minutes.
Yeah. That's actually impressive. So just open the book and go.
You'll probably have everyone's going to die in that 15 minutes. It's fast and bloody, and In campaign play, we've designed it so if you get attached to the characters, you're going to want to do things outside of combat to kind of resolve things.
Yeah, if you're the kind of character that really likes like dungeon crawls and things like that, you're going to be making a lot of new characters. If you play more strategic and you're more careful, your character will probably last a little longer. But again, as the main focus of the game isn't the individual characters; it's the communities, and it's the factions. It's the flavor of the whole world. So.
Nice. That sounds really exciting. So this is Wreckage. Check it out. And this has been Revan with Dungeon Crawlers Radio. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks.